I ran someone over, apparently anyway. Can't lie, I've been wanting to make this video for a minute, but I kind of thought that I wasn't really allowed to. But before we get started, this is going to be the first video of 2024. It's not a public video, I know, but I thought this video has to be done. And I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the support that you've been giving me recently. Or especially on my older videos as well. Like my older videos that I filmed ages ago, they're starting to blow up now. And that's all obviously because of you guys. You may not think I'm watching, but I am. Trust me, I'm like Santa watching the kids on Christmas Eve. But yeah, nah, honestly guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But cool, with all that being said, let's move on to the actual video. So in a nutshell, I've got accused of running a kid over somehow, and I had to go for a police interview. This all happened within the space of a year. Not even the space of a year, about 6 months, I think, something like that. Bearing in mind this was all the kid's fault, none of it was my fault, okay? I'm not just saying that, but it was, obviously, and the kid was acting like a supporter, and I just alright, just listen. Listen to the video and you will understand everything. Sorry, wait, just before we start, I want to show you this. Presented to Dotz for passing 1 subscriber. I've got a 1 subscriber plat. Oh, you can see yourself in the reflection there. But yeah, man, big up everyone. Hit 1 subscriber, big up 2024, you know the rules. Anyway, backtrack to June 2022. Now, me and my friend J200, we was going to Asda in Watford. However, on that day, it turns out that I think it was Logan, KSI, and Gideon. They were all doing their massive prime drop at the Asda on that day. So, me and J200 just turned up. I was the one who was driving, obviously. We pulled up, and then a lot of the supporters saw us. Well, it started with about 1 supporter, and then 2, and then 3, and then the word got around, and then they all just started flipping, crowding around my car, jumping on my car. Bearing in mind, this was my first car as well. So yeah, they were climbing all on my car. They were climbing on my bonnet. They were climbing on my roof. They knocked off part of my bumper. All right, I had dents in my roof as well. I'll put some pictures in the video. Bearing in mind that this car just came out of surgery. All right, this car had some other stuff that was being done to it about 3 days before, and then this happened. Of course, I was already annoyed at this. They broke my horn as well, so I couldn't even beep. Me and J2 had to lock the doors so they couldn't get in. We had to shut the windows. It was just manic. Of course, as you'll be able to see from these videos, there was people around us. Literally, I could not go anywhere. I didn't. When I tell you I couldn't go anywhere, my foot was on the clutch. All right, my foot was on the clutch. I couldn't go anywhere. I think I put the handbrake up at some points as well, and they were still moving my car. They were pushing my car, and I couldn't go anywhere. We were just a few meters away from the actual entrance to Asda. We were in the car park, and the police was right over there. Now I know the police they were probably dealing with something else, but how could they not see a bunch of kids climbing on top of my car and flipping? Well, it don't make sense to me. So we were stuck there for a few minutes. There was points where guys were literally, when they were getting onto my car and the roof was being dented so much that it was literally caving in on us, so I had to sort of like open the window, sort of push my way in. It wasn't really good. I guess that's the life I chose when I became a sexy ass model. Anyway, fast forward around 20 minutes now. We managed to escape just to a nearest service station. People were still coming after us as well somehow. My car was wrecked and we had to drive all the way back from Watford over to where I live, which is around 40 minutes. Got some food, we deeped what just happened, and then we just went back home. Cool, so now we fast forward all the way over to the 4th of January 2023. I got home and then I saw this letter come through in the post. I'm not going to show you all of it, obviously. But apparently some random kid claimed that I ran him over. And I could have possibly got charged for a bunch of things like failing to stop at the scene of an accident, for something that I didn't even know that happened. But yeah, he must have just managed to get my number plate, passed on to the police. The police obviously done an ANPR check, got my address and everything, and then sent a letter to my house. But cool, yeah, this letter came through the door. I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. How's this happen? I don't know what they were talking about. I was actually pretty interested, to be fair, so I spoke to the guy on the phone, and then we arranged a interview at one of the police stations, which was my local police station. So big up him. He came all the way down from Watford down to my area. But yeah, it was like a proper interview. We went into a meeting room. He cautioned me, saying you don't have to say anything, blah blah blah, all of that. It actually felt like I was getting arrested. But yeah, man, big up the guy that interviewed me anyway. He was really professional and he was sort of on my side as well. He could understand sort of my frustration, saying that a random kid has just said that I've ran him over when I don't even know nothing about that. It was pretty much saying that I was in the right, and there was not really much I could have done about it. So, we went through everything. The funny part was as well, we had a younger police officer. I can't remember her name. I'm not going to say it anyway. But we had a young police officer in the interview room as well, and we're going over. I think it was about 7 or 8 videos from the actual from the scene. So from a bunch of people's phones. which was it was crazy as well. I don't know how they got them. They must have screen recorded them or something. But they were using a bunch of young slang, and then the younger police officer, she was she was just translating it. So whenever I think one of the words was whip, so they were like, I think I said, "Oh, yo, my whip" or something like that, and then the translator had to say something. I had to translate what whip meant in sort of modern day language. So yeah, we went through the whole interview. That was it was pretty easy, not really much. I think I said no comment to like 2 things, because obviously I didn't really think of anything to say. I'm not guilty, all right? I'm not guilty. Let's just get that clear. And let me just add as well, I didn't have no legal person in the same room as me as well. I could have had one if I wanted one, but I didn't need one because I knew I was innocent. There was flipping. There was not like there was 2 things that could obviously either come out of this. I'm either going to get flipping thrown in the slums, or I'm going to be let off free. But obviously, clearly not. I had to still pay the price, which is what I'm going to tell you now. So after the interview, we just left it at that. He said he was going to get back to me in a few days or whatnot. Which he did. A few days later, he got back to me. He messaged me. So it turns out the kid that was on the bike still wanted to press charges, which I can't imagine that he wanted to do. I feel like his parents want a little bit of money. So they decided to sort of try and press charges and get something out of me, which they didn't get, but they got something else. So I had 2 options. Now, the first option was that I could go to court and most likely win it, but there's obviously a chance of me losing the case. And if I lose the case, then I'll get points on my license, I'll get fined, get flipping a bunch of other stuff. And just obviously with today's day and age and the court, I just didn't really think I wanted to risk it. Not because I'm guilty. And then the second option was to take a driver's awareness course that I had to pay for as well. All right, let me just add, I had to pay for a driver's awareness course out of my own money, which was £100. All right, and it's not just, that's not even the bit that was annoying me. The course was around 5 hours long. All right, 5 hours long with like, I think it was a 30-minute break or 45-minute break, something like that, just split up between certain times. But yeah, I decided to take this driver's awareness course. I didn't really want to take the risk of going all the way over to court and possibly losing it. There was a high chance of me winning it, but there was also a chance of me losing it as well, which was the risk I didn't want to take. So yeah, boom, backed out the card, flipping, paid for it, £100 out of my own flipping money that I'm not going to ever get back from that person. After the course, you're done, you're free, there's nothing else to do. If you get another offence and you have to take the driver's awareness course, then you'll get some more points in your license or something like that. I can't remember how it goes. But yeah, I was doing the course and I was trying to explain to these guys, because at the beginning they all asked what you was here for. If you didn't mind answering it, I told them and no one believed me. They were all sort of they all thought that I just ran over a cyclist. Couldn't sort of explain. They weren't sort of like understanding what I was trying to say. I was there for no reason. It wasn't my fault. Honestly, it was the most NPC moment I've ever heard in my whole life. But because they were just struggling to understand, I just decided to go with the story that I somehow ran over a cyclist on the side of the road in London. 5 hours later, the course was done. I was so annoyed. You don't even understand how annoyed I am, all right? I had to do a course for 5 hours for something that I didn't even do, and I had to pay for something that I didn't even do. All right, I probably would have just been better off going to court. I wouldn't even bring any legal advice with me. I would have just turned up to court in flipping Crocs tracksuit bottoms, and I still probably would have won it. And to be honest, I did want to go to court as well, just so I could record, obviously, the bits that you lot can't see. But no, I went for the most safer, expensive, and most time-wasting option possible. And then after that course, everything was done. I was a free man. But now I can't, because of that kid, because that kid has decided to press charges on me, I can't do any more sort of driving offences for the next 2 years or something like that, or I'll get a bunch of points on my licence. I won't get offered a driver's awareness course again. I'll get a bunch of points on my licence. I'll get fines and everything. I won't get a second chance. So yeah, cheers, mate. But yeah, this was just a quick video for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments of how this went. I wasn't really happy about it, to be fair. I mean, it's over and done with now, but cool, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Support's been crazy recently. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Make sure you get out all of the old videos as well. Make sure you also get out my Discord in my description of this video. Get my socials as well. P-Dots is pretty much all of my socials. And if you guys behave tonight, all right, then I will get you out a public video this week. If not, then I'll get you out early next week. But make sure you guys stay tuned. Turn on post notifications. This is the longest outro I've done. It's been your boy P-Dots. Safe.